Essentially, I am for the core tenets of this bill, and I think the majority of people that have presented are. However, I recommend an additional clause be added to cover two concerns that I have. Firstly, the one-way direction of this bill, given the inability for a youth to reach out to get help for unwanted same-sex attraction or gender dysphoria. And two, the restriction of a parent's input into their child's identity formation. To my first concern, the one-way direction of the bill. So given this bill seeks to celebrate gender fluidity, it must create pathways both to and away from the rainbow spectrum. In its current form, I find that the bill is discriminatory against the population of youths who may today explore being on the rainbow spectrum and later decide that they want to revert back to their biological sex or heterosexuality lifestyle, and receive counselling and support in regards to that reversion. According to the sex researcher Dr. Deborah So, across 11 studies conducted on this topic, 60 to 90% of gender dysphoric youth will desist or outgrow their gender dysphoria by puberty. Given this fact, we must keep the pathway away from the rainbow spectrums as free from barriers to our youths as the pathways towards them are. Anything else in my mind would not be just or fair. And to my second concern, a parent's input into their child's identity formation. Immediately, section 5 to E and F will come to mind for you. I was your typical tomboy kid growing up, choosing to play with Action Man, wearing boyish clothes, hating pink, and even praying for a willy because I thought they were cool. That was me as a 4-year-old. So my parents did celebrate me. They encouraged me as a sporty girl who looked different to most girls and had different interests to most girls, and that was what made me unique and special as a girl. They also refused to call me a tomboy, not that they outrightly told me that as a child. I was a sporty girl and that's what they called me. And now I live as a testament to that as a confident, unique young woman. Should this bill pass, I can see that my parents' encouragement and celebration of my biological sex and intentionally failing to explore the rainbow spectrum with me could cause them to be imprisoned on the grounds of them suppressing my gender identity, however I choose it to be, when in reality, they were doing the exact opposite and encouraging my gender identity. I'm sure that if I was asked if I wanted to be a boy at different stages throughout my childhood, at times I would have said yes. My concern is that E and F are intentionally worded to criminalise parents who celebrate and affirm their child's sex, as my parents did, and thus E and F fail to allow a parent to celebrate their child's biological sex and not be criminalised for that. That to me sounds like an extreme ideology. Given these two concerns, there is one addition to the bill I would recommend and I think would satisfy both of my qualms. Along with many others, I recommend a section G to be added to section 5, which allows the respectful and open discussion regarding sexuality and gender, and advice, guidance, prayer, or support to be given to anyone, by anyone, including parents, family members, friends, or health professionals, when such advice or support is requested and is respectful and non-coercive. This allows the pathways to and from the rainbow spectrum to remain open for our youths, as well as allowing parents to do what they do and respectfully, non-coercively advise, guide, pray for, and support their children. Disrespectful or coercive intent would still remain illegal, which I believe satisfies the bill's intent. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Maddie. I think we have a question from Simeon.
Oh, no, more just a comment, but thank you, Maddie, for bringing your own personal experience to the committee. I think you make a very good point, and I think that's certainly one of the changes I think that needs to be made from my perspective to actually ensure that those conversations are protected. So thank you.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a pretty amazing family and relationship experience. So thank you very much for sharing that with us.
Awesome. Thanks for your time.